And here we go. We are at the start of the first regular season with your ZSC Lions. We did not good in the preseason. We went 3-4, so looking to improve on that for sure. Looking for a big performance out of our goaltender, Iwan Hue. He's got the 4.5-star ability. Also looking for a big season out of Alexander Kisakov. 4-star ability left winger. It looks like he was actually with Ottawa 2 seasons before we came here, so he has NHL experience. So it's certainly someone we're going to be relying on, and as well as Noah Meyer on the back end. Pretty good ratings all around. Definitely better offensively, it looks like. But I would imagine he's good defensively as well, given that he's consistently had grades that are in the 70s almost the entire simulation. So definitely going to be looking to him to provide some defensive prowess back there. And someone who I think is going to be a wild card this season is Eric Olans-Lind. He is pretty solid with the screening and positioning, so I wouldn't be surprised if coach uses him on the power play to, try to get deflections and such. And not only all that, but during the preseason, he actually had 9 points in 7 games played. So I'm hoping he can carry over that play. He was definitely one of the bright spots of this team during the preseason, so hopefully he could stay that way during the regular season. So with that being said, let's get October underway and see what happens in the first month. All right, so we're 1 month in. We are 4-3-1. Not bad, but could be doing better. I'll look at goaltending first. We do have a goaltender that is doing exceptionally well, but not who you would think it was. Iwan Hue, the 4.5-star goaltender, currently at a 908 save percentage. I mean, that's not bad still, but he only has one of our 4 wins. It is Niels Riesen, who has gotten 3 wins for us and a 964 save percentage and a shutout. Good on him. Like that's 3 goals against in 3 games played. So he's been doing phenomenal. Hopefully he keeps that up. I mean, it's only been a few games for both of them. So I'm sure, Riesen will come back down at some point and Hue will probably go up. But I definitely need Hue to do better. Offensively, our leading scorer is Livio Kurdin-Trug. He has 7 points in 8 games. Then you have 6 for DeLuca and Kisakov. 4 from Meyer and Craighead. So we're not scoring too much. I don't know what exactly the top players in this league are getting. So I guess we'll compare some of the league stats and see how we're doing in comparison. So Petrov is the leading scorer currently with 13 points in 6 games. He's a 5-star talent, so that makes sense. Then you also have Arvid Sundin, who's a 4-star talent. 10 points. He's probably on Petrov's line. So once again, that makes sense as well. Then Josh Mahura with 10 points in 7 games played, 3.5-star talent. But hey, Trug, he's up there in the top 7 in the league. So it's not like we're not scoring. And then you have DeLuca at 12. So actually, let's check the team stats here. Goals for per game, we're sitting 7th in the league. And that's in the bottom half, so could definitely be doing better there. Goals against per game, we are 4th in the league with a 2. So I guess that's not bad. And on the power play, we are 6th with a 24.3. And the penalty kill, we are 3rd with an 83.7. So special teams aren't bad, but we could definitely be doing better offensively. Although maybe that's to be expected, given that Dahlqvist is more of a defensive coach. So I don't know how much of an influence he's actually having on our simulation offensively right now. But I do know that we need to at least try to score more goals. I'm just not sure how we're going to go about doing that. I suppose we could sign another player and replace one of the players on our current roster, like just take out, for example, Egley. So let's take a look in free agency and see what's available forward-wise. And remember, we have 1 more foreigner spot open, so we could sign anyone from anywhere. I think I'll sign Kevin Randall here, 21 years of age. He's from Canada. Last season with Medicine Hat, he had 70 points in the WHL. He was the captain of them for 2 years, 28 points the year before. He was probably injured, that's my guess. So he's been really solid in the simulation for the past 3 years. I don't know how he's going to pan out in Europe, but he does seem to have some promise. So we'll offer him a contract and see what he says. Oh, and he's already part of the team. Okay. So Kevin Randall, hopefully he can help us out offensively. It does look like he's kind of injury prone, so hopefully he doesn't get injured. But he's got the 15 offensive read, 15 puck handling, 14 screening. He's got some promise for sure. But obviously, given the fact that he hasn't really played at the professional level yet, he's kind of a question mark. So we're just going to have to hope that he pans out. And I think as a result of that, we'll send down Chris Egley to our affiliate, the GCK Lions. So I think with that, we'll see where November takes us. And presuming we have a good month, we'll go ahead past December as well. All right, so we are on January 1st. We're 17-5-1, so doing a lot better than I expected for sure. We're 1st in the league, 52 points, 73 goals for, 43 goals against, and not much to complain about. Let's check out the team stats and see where we're sitting for goals for per game. We are currently sitting second in the league with 3.17, and goals against per game, we are second in the league with a 1.87. So that is very good to see. I really think we can move on with the entire season in this one because there does not appear to be too many problems with this team. Power play is at a 24.5, second in the league, and penalty kill is at a 86.6, third in the league. And a quick look at the player stats. You have Trug still leading our team in points with 21. Then you have Kisakov with 20 in 23 games. Then you have DeLuca and Meyer with 18. 14 for Craighead and Dufour. Randall, the new guy, has 11 points in 15 games, so he's doing very well. Much better than I thought he would, actually, considering that he's coming over from juniors. And funny thing is, he was actually supposed to play in the ECHL this year, it looks like, with the Idaho Steelheads. But that thing must have happened where they couldn't have him on their roster because they had too many players from their NHL team or whatever. So it looks like he got automatically released. So that allowed us to sign him, and he's doing very well here. So I guess that ECHL thing paid off for us, and hopefully he continues to do well. He's got the 62 grade there. So he's definitely been a nice surprise, and hopefully he can keep that up for the rest of the season and throughout the playoffs, obviously, because I'm pretty sure we're going to make the playoffs at this rate, like the way we've been going. Now look at the goalie stats. Riesen's been great, okay? He's been very good. He has 16 games played. 15 of those games are wins. He has lost once. He's been phenomenal. I mean, if there's any reason that we are at the top of the league, it's him. So I certainly was not expecting that, but good on him. He's been phenomenal. And as we get a look at Iwan Hue, he's only played 7 games, a 909 save percentage. You would think it was the other way around. Like, you would think Riesen was the 4.5-star ability and Hue was the 2-star, but no, not the case. I'm very impressed with how Riesen's been doing. And the funny thing is, he didn't even simulate too well last year. He had 886 in 9 games played with Davos, so I don't know what all of a sudden sparks this phenomenal play out of him, but he's doing very well. I mean, maybe it's the defensive system of Chrysler Dahlqvist. In that case, Dahlqvist is just an incredible coach, but still, more often than not, a record of 17-5-1 isn't just luck. Point is, there's something clicking about this team, so I think we can go the rest of the season here. I mean, just as a comparison for last season for the Lions, they had 22 wins total last year. We're already only 5 wins away from equaling their win total from last season, and we're not even halfway through the season, barely. I mean, we have 29 games to go. Still a good chunk of the season left, and we're just rolling. All right, we are at the end of the regular season now, and we have finished first in the National League. We are 29-5-15-3 for a total of 100 points, 163 goals for, 119 goals against for a differential of 44. Pretty solid season if you ask me. Goals for per game, we are first in the league with 3.08. And goals against per game, we did fall off a little bit towards the end of the season, but still pretty good, 2.27, third in the league. Power play is first in the league at a 22.9, and the penalty kill is second in the league at an 85.5. And now player stats, leading our team was actually 2 players, Trug and DeLuca. Kisakov with 41 points. He was also a big contributor. Noah Meyer with 34 points in 52 games on the back end. He's our leading point scorer on defense. And it looks like Kevin Randall, he did slow down quite a bit. He had 11 points in his first 15 games and only 6 after that total. So that's a bit unfortunate, but he still did pretty well. And now a look at goaltending. So Riesen did appear to fall back a little bit from where he was. He's now at a 925, but that's still all right. He's above the goals saved above average. He's at a 8.98, whereas Iwan Hue is at a negative 8.38. So that's not looking good for him. I would definitely prefer if Coach went with Riesen during the playoffs. He probably will, as Hue had an 896 save percentage compared to Riesen's 925. And Hue played less than twice the amount of games that Riesen played. He had more losses. So I really hope that Chrysler Dahlqvist goes with Niels Riesen there in the playoffs, because it's a pretty significant difference between the two. So I think with that, we'll end things off here. And in the next one, we'll go through the playoffs with your ZSC Lions.